And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Rosen will throw. And this one complete to Andre Roberts. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
To throw is Rosen. Caught, Eifert over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that's knocked away and incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they're led out by their mobile quarterback out of West Virginia. It's Geno Smith.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. And Smith's throw into the hands of Henry here. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 4 catches, 58 yards, and a score.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the first down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is we coach these guys to try and get more, but that doesn't count if you don't bring the ball with you, does it?
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. And Smith's throw into the hands of Lockett. That catch good for only a couple. On 2nd down. It's Patterson, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Looking deep for Julio.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On second down, Peterson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Rosen looking to throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now Rosen. Under pressure, and down he goes. Draymond Jones make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. So here is the home side to take over on offense.
And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They run with Patterson. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Sometimes that's the danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
A shotgun snap for Smith. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Smith. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down. From
the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Patterson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a give right side. It's Patterson. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down now. It's Peterson. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So on 4th down, Andy Reid decides to send in the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And this one is right through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
From the 40 now on second down. Smith. And right side, Henry's got it.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Geno now to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. Second quarter, a guy like him, no catches, so that's the surprising part, but they're winning, so maybe they've been able to do some other things effectively, I guess.
And they found other ways, haven't they? Because the receivers will tell you, offense needs to run through us, but they're managing to get it done in this ball game without having to actually do that. I wouldn't expect them to stay silent for the rest of the game.
Yeah, you got to think that his first catch is coming at some point. Throwing again on second down. Rosen.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Rosen. In trouble, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively.
They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Quiddy Pay showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Geno. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Quiddy Pay picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And it's caught. Touchdown. Julio Jones. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Aftershocks have moved out in front.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. So he missed his lone field goal try, but he's got this one as that extends their lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On play action, Rosen.
And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Rosen on 1st and 10. He's got a man. It's Tajay Sharp. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
I know you're trying not to scoreboard watch, but you only got 3 points. You're kind of hoping that that type of play there gives you some positive momentum going into the half.
Yeah, need to do something to get more than that 3 number that they have on the scoreboard right now. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or 2, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Here's a screen to Powell. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Rosen. And he's got it. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. C.J. Uzama, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Bulls are able to move back in front. That could be an important swing right there, a touchdown of the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Now the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. One more go for this offense in the first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Geno. And this complete to Henry over the middle. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 35 on second down, Smith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now Geno on first down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Left side complete to Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Smith. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Final play of the half here. It's Rosen. Going deep here for Parker. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things definitely getting interesting around the NFL as we begin the month of December. So let's get right to it. We'll start with a rematch of the coldest game in NFL history in terms of wind chill. -38 in Cincinnati. No such worries in Los Angeles. And this one has been all it was advertised. 24-17 the score at halftime. Aaron Rodgers with 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. In our game, it's been the UCLA man, Josh Rosen, with the strong first half. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. We look now at Geno Smith. He's the focus of our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they bring out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here now, Roberts. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. That's complete to Sharp. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. A give to Peterson out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 68 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw here. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
first down. It's Rosen. Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! Tyler Eifert with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Bulls are able to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Extra point try now for Vedvik.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So here's the home side to take over on offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work.
No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head. 1.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 2nd and 5. Now it's Smith. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. After the interception, here's Rosen. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the home side to take over on offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Smith on 3rd down. Quick completion to Henry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
From the 50, it's Smith. Over the middle, complete. It's Henry. Down just inside the 45. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds.
So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A 10th carry now for Peterson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd down and 12. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here now, Johnny Townsend as he's on to kick it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
The home side once again ready to take over offensively. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Smith. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Henry. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. To the air again, Smith.
A slant to Jones.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Smith. Space to run past the 20 and down to the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Smith. And not able to get it that time. He hit on 6 straight passes. Not there. 2nd down. Smith throwing again. Buying time to his left. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Now Smith. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Peterson. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The offense on 3rd down, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Peterson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Jones on the return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. So here's the home side to take over on offense.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
On 1st down, Smith.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Smith.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here's Peterson. He's got it on the draw. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Rosen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Draymond Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
He's going to keep this again.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Give him 5 on the QB run, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with the defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says, we're going for it on 4th down. Running for it, here's Peterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Bulls add on to their lead, and they appear poised to break this long losing streak. So a big decision there to go on 4th down. Gets him not only the first, but gets him the touchdown as well.
And Brandon, you and I know that all these coaches tell us if every play is executed the way it's designed, it goes for a touchdown. But let's be honest, they were shooting for the first down on that one, and boy, were they fortunate to take it all the way in.
Vedvik now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and they're in control now, 35-7. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The home side once again ready to take over offensively. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Smith, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Smith going to throw on 3rd and 1.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, Smith. Complete. It's Henry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And that one almost intercepted. Boy, he's got 2 already, nearly a 3rd, but not to be, and it's 4th down.
Desperation time for Smith on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, possession switches hands. Rosen to a knee, and that ought to do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for our visitors, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.